Alright, welcome back to Pokemon Corn version, Gen 2.
Yay!
I finally decided to show up.
No!
Yay!
We made jokes at his expense, and I guess in spite, he's decided to show up. Kitty, you are...
No, because I actually wanted to be a part of it.
Well...
That's unfortunate.
I mean, hey, at least you didn't have to sit there while we sat for almost the same length of time. It might have even been more, just to fucking render? Was it even rendering? I don't know what it was doing for 2 hours. But it took 2 hours to make the video.
I got to the point where you guys started talking about sprites, and then I saw it was an hour and 20 minutes longer, and I was like, do they spend that long talking about sprites?
Yes.
Yes!
And then we spent an additional, like, an hour and a half sitting there waiting for the video to process.
Oh,
Just so we could save it to an SD card.
It was a disaster, which is why we're not in the same location anymore, because that's not going to happen again.
I mean, it might. It's just you guys can leave, and I'll just have to sit here for 2 hours.
Fair enough. But yeah, so as a little added note, I wanted to, because I'm the host and I get to do that, I took off one of my lists. I replaced Gengar with Dragonite because I realized I fucking love Dragonite. It's got rap. That's what I'll say. Rap is awesome. Unless you're getting hit with it, then it sucks ass.
Especially if you're also poisoned.
Oh, dude. Poison, toxic leech seed rap.
And everyone hates Venusaur for some reason.
Venusaur's alright.
Worst starter.
Hey, no. Venusaur's probably...
I mean, there's worse starters.
Yes.
His name is Piplup.
You
Its
can
name is Snivy.
shove that up your ass.
Its name is Snivy. And
Hey, Snivy's decent.
Snivy's okay.
Snivy's fine. Tepig's bad. And Oshawott is okay until we get to Samurott. But we'll talk about that when we eventually get there. So, with my little added thing out of the way, I decided to make it fast. We need to get to Aaron's list of Gen 1 Pokemon.
That is right. So my first one, I decided to go with Jolteon. And it's not because it's an amazing Pokemon, in my opinion. It's because, well, one, it was because of the famous episode, The Battling Eevee Brothers from the anime. I was Team Jolteon from the start. I love the part where the Team Rocket's like arguing over what to evolve the Eevee into, and they steal it. And they're all just like saying, hey, let's use all 3 stones. Maybe it'll evolve into something great. And I don't know. I just like the Jolteon the most. I have the most nostalgia for Jolteon. And I've always used it. And every time I play Gen 1, Jolteon's always on my team.
Jolteon's so fucking good, dude.
Not only the fact that it's good, I just think it has probably the best design out of the 3.
Easily. Unless you're into Wet Dog.
Wet Dog.
Wet Dog is my favorite joke from the fucking first episode. It has stuck with me because I used to call it Fish Dog, but something about Wet Dog just...
It's easily the best of the 3 from the original game, too.
Yeah. Jolteon, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because of how fast it is, and speed is the best stat, arguably, in the original.
Especially in Gen 1. Holy
Speed is special.
Yep. Alright, well.
Number 2 is probably going to shock both of you.
No.
Okay.
Hitmonchan.
That's not electric type.
Okay.
I like Hitmonchan's design. It did shock me when I sent you that in the meme chat the other day about how short it was. I did not know it was that short.
I didn't, and then I looked it up and I went, oh, yeah, it's...
Only 4 foot tall.
It's like, it's Little Mac.
And again, it's mostly goes for nostalgia with the anime. Just the whole episode where, it's Ash's Primeape eventually just gets... What if all of his Pokemon get stolen from him, too?
They don't get stolen. He leaves them because he forgets. He's a 10-year-old. Of course he's going to forget his toys somewhere.
He's an infinite 10-year-old. Keep that in mind.
But I also think Hitmonchan is the best of the 3, debatably.
I mean,
Can we agree Hitmonlee's the worst?
Not until later.
Not until later when he gets Iron Fist. I'll agree with that.
And when they stop making the elemental punches be special.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I will say numerically, Hitmonchan is actually the worst.
Hitmon Top does get Intimidate, too.
Yeah.
Which is one of the best abilities.
Or Technician.
Yeah.
Stupid. But I'm a boxing fan, so Hitmonchan holds a special place in my heart.
And then I'm a shiny fan, and I like it shiny. I like the blue gloves.
Oh, blue gloves are so good.
It should have been pink with green gloves. They should have retconned it.
What, for Little Mac?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that'd have been cool.
My third one was Lapras.
Nice.
It's because I like how it's really got mixed stats all around. It can be a wall as well as hit decently, except it's kind of slow.
It's chunky.
I think HP is its best stat.
Yeah. I could look it up.
And I just like its design. I think it's my favorite water type from that generation.
It is very solid. Whoa. Yep, 130 base HP. So.
And then we do share one, Gengar.
Well, you don't share one anymore.
Not anymore. I took it
It
out.
got retconned.
Oh yeah, that's right. We don't anymore. Well,
I do love Gengar, but
we'll see.
It's immune to rap. Fucker.
Yeah, that's right.
Not fire.
Gengar sucked in Gen 1 though.
It could get the
no,
punches.
it didn't.
Wait, it could?
It was like second only to Alakazam.
How did it learn the punches?
You would have to trade the gym too.
Yeah, and then you teach it the punches.
Oh, trust me, I've done that before.
Okay, maybe it didn't suck. I was just thinking because, well, since Ghost was physical in Gen 1, then
Yeah, there was one ghost move.
Nightshade.
Lick.
Nightshade.
Yeah, but Nightshade doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Didn't it hit? Didn't it?
No, Nightshade hit for what level you were.
I know.
and
but
it
like,
hits everything
even
except
hit
for normal
types?
types. It hits
I
everything.
think it does hit normal types in Gen
but
1.
it hits psychic types, whereas Lick does not.
That's weird.
Lick, for some reason,
There's so many glitchy shit in Gen 1, I can't remember it all.
it's fantastic. I didn't even talk about all of it, but there's some stupid shit.
Okay. So I love Gengar. He's my favorite, or probably one of my top tiers from Gen 1, especially his Megas.
They're both are great.
His Megas? I'm going to say
Yeah,
his
all,
Mega.
all
His
three of
Mega
them.
and
All
his
10 of them.
his Mega and his Gigantamax.
And I've told you guys I love shiny Pokemon, but his shiny is terrible.
Mega
Not
shiny.
shiny. Not Mega.
Shiny Mega Gengar is great.
Because it's white.
Isn't Gigantamax?
It's like whitish pink. Yeah, the Gigantamax one's it's also like
also
whitish pink.
Solid.
Number 5, which I think is the best bird in Gen 1, Dodrio.
Huh.
You're completely right, but I'm a pitch.
It learns Tri-Attack, which is normal. It's a normal attack.
Yeah.
And Attack is one of Dodrio's best stats.
Oh yes,
Attack and it's fast.
it's fucking good, dude. It's such a
And it
good
learns
bird.
Drill Peck.
But I love my pitch up.
Ain't no Fearow.
And it's just an ostrich, and one of its heads is a different personality.
Oh yeah, no.
And you don't remember that scene from the anime where all 3 of the Dodrios try to eat at the same time and they start fighting?
Yeah, probably.
I vaguely remember it, but it's been 20 years.
My memories of the anime are poor.
I think one's happy, one's sad, and one's like really pissed off. I think those are all 3 of the heads.
It's too bad Doug Trio doesn't follow that line. They're all mad.
I do also like Dugtrio, but he didn't make the list, unfortunately.
It's hard when you only have 6.
And Electrode was a close second to Jolteon. What else we got? Oh yeah, that's my last one. Dragonite. We do share one.
Damn.
Because you changed it. Well, it would have been Gengar.
Yeah.
So we do still share one.
Yeah, that's fine.
I got Dragonite because, let's just say Dragonite, Gen 1 Hyper Beam, destroys.
Yeah.
And people will say that Dragonite is just not very good, but I love its design. I've always loved its design.
It's ace. It's so
I
good.
would say it's one of the best dragons
I
of all
feel
time.
like the odd man out. I think it looks too dopey.
Too dopey to be a dragon?
No, just too dopey to be as powerful as it is.
I love it because it looks kind of non-threatening. And then I saw it in the anime when it gets serious, and I went, oh, okay, no. This thing is the cuddly dragon that will beat your ass.
Also,
if
do you remember the
make it
giant Dragonite? When
That-
they meet Bill in the
That's
lighthouse?
so fucking weird. I still don't understand that.
That was like when Dragonite, I guess, was deemed legendary.
I mean,
Like Arcanine.
Yeah, Arcanine, that's it's like
In the
Dex entry.
In the anime, it's on the list with the birds.
yeah, Arcanine, the famous legendary bird.
Oh my god.
The 4th bird.
But yeah.
But yeah, that's my 6. And they're all relatively strong Pokemon.
I can't
Fair
believe
enough.
you picked a team that you were
A
going
team
to build.
to fight. They're just Pokemon I like. I can't really. I guess I could also pick.
You can't pick anybody else. You've already picked 6 Pokemon.
But if you want me to pick their minor evolutions,
I mean, you can if you really like them.
I don't care. I'm just giving you grief.
I know you always give me grief. I'm always that guy.
Well, yeah.
Don't worry.
It's easy to give you grief.
He does it to me when you're not here.
It's true.
Fucking water Pokemon.
And then if we're both not here, it's Brennan.
God, I made some changes and water started to creep up in my list. I got mad.
Water was creeping up on my list bad with Gen 2.
Oh, dude, my Gen 2 is dry as shit.
I don't know why it was.
I mean, if you like some Gen 2 waters, that's more
I
than
settled
fine.
with one.
But yeah, so now we move on to Gen 2, which I'm gonna state it here. It's my favorite gen.
Mine too.
Mine's a tie, but I would give it to Gen 2. Mostly because it fixed everything wrong with Gen 1.
It didn't fix
Almost. Almost. Let me finish.
You said it fixed everything.
You said fixed everything and then went back and corrected yourself.
Okay, I almost fixed everything wrong with Gen 1.
Yeah. I mean, it fixed the...
Psychic types are only kind of broken in Gen 2.
They're still powerful, but they're not busted.
Yeah.
And even still, what they really nerfed was... Well, okay, I say they nerfed normal types, but Snorlax is top tier, so...
Yeah.
Regardless. Yeah, so... How this will work is it's the same as it went last time. Just kind of we'll go through our list, kind of roundtable discussion. If we got things to add, we add them. Generally, just try not to be a jerk about it.
Oh,
okay, Jake.
I mean,
we're 10 minutes in, and he's already said like 4 snarky things towards me.
Oh, don't worry.
I'll keep going.
I know you will. Got to get your jollies.
That's what I do.
All right. Well, I guess I will begin with Gen 2. My first on my list is my starter pick, Typhlosion. Oh my god.
Solid fire type.
Typhlosion is my favorite fire starter. I realize that means more than one thing, but
yeah, no, just freaking Fire Badger with like a neck line of just fire, like it's constantly exploding, and its cry is basically constantly exploding. It's just so fucking cool. It's not good.
It gets Thunder Punch. What are you talking about?
That is cool, but it's not enough.
And Flame Wheel.
It's funny that I always did teach it the elemental punches.
I constantly forgot to do that. I didn't know you could learn Thunder Punch until a couple years ago. I still forget to teach it to it, but yeah, no, just love the design. It's a beautiful shade of blue that's complemented by its cream coloring, and I love the whole Cyndaquil line. Like Cyndaquil, I love Quilava.
Sorry, go ahead.
And yeah, no, it's. If I'm not running Arcanine, I'm running Typhlosion, which means if I'm playing Silver, I'm running Typhlosion. So,
I was trying to say, like, I like Typhlosion, maybe even Quilava, but I hate Cyndaquil.
Get out.
It's an
I hate
echidna.
it. I hate its design.
It's
Get
an
out.
echidna. That means you hate Knuckles.
I don't care for it.
That one's fair. He wears Lego shoes.
Yeah, but he climbs.
Its
And he's
design just
red.
isn't my favorite. That's a 3.
I can't believe it.
And I hated the noise it made in the anime too. Cyndaquil.
It's a baby!
It's adorable.
Okay, but then you have Totodile, who's just the cutest one of the 3.
Every time it shot fire.
That's what Totodile did.
Oh, Totodile was so dumb.
That's the best out of the 3, though.
It sounds like it's drowning.
It kind of does, actually.
But it's the happiest Pokemon I've ever seen, and I fucking love it.
It's the least serious out of all of the starters.
It's great. It didn't make my list, but I love Totodile. So, guess we'll move to Jake. Since it's
so
in typical order.
my first one was Steelix.
Ooh, solid.
Yes, he is very solid.
Yeah,
Quite literally.
Pretty solid steel.
I really don't have too big of a reason for this. It's just I kind of like him because he's a big fucking snake. He was the biggest for a while, for like like 2 years.
I was gonna say, I think Wailord usurped it.
He has one of my favorite cries in Gen 2.
Also, his face looks like a shovel, and I love it.
It kind of does.
Yeah.
And his animations in Stadium 2 are pretty good.
And then there's Mega Steelix.
Mega Steelix is weird.
I like how it just has floating gems around it.
Well, yeah, you know, steel and crystals and diamonds and shit.
I guess.
Okay.
Okay. So, my first Pokemon is Heracross. It's my favorite bug-type Pokemon of all time. I love this Pokemon to death, but I hate it in this generation. Because it has I wouldn't say an awful moveset, it has an awful learn set. I'm pretty sure it does not learn a good fighting type move until like level 40, which is Reversal.
Good is debatable in that case, too.
Were there even like good fighting type moves in Gen 2?
Cross Chop.
No.
Cross Chop, and Brick Break.
Dynamic Punch.
Was Brick Break Gen 2?
Yes, it was.
3.
No, it was not.
I'm pretty sure it was Gen 2.
It was not.
I'm pretty sure it was 3.
It was Gen 3.
Because I remember there was a Karate Man. He talked it up. He's like, this move is a nightmare. And then I'm like,
that's worth a look up, because I
sucks.
swear I thought it was in Gen 2.
110%. I will prove it to you. I know for a fact, as a person who constantly plays Gen 2, like every year.
I'm not denying it. I'm just saying
I mean, then there was also Rock Smash, but that was TM. And
yeah, and it was terrible. Yeah. I figured. It's just I had faint memories of it.
God, if Brick Break was in Gen 2, I would be so happy.
I know close combat wasn't a thing till like Gen 4.
That was definitely Gen 4.
And then it learns Mega Horn at like also a later level.
Yeah, like the late 40s, 50s.
Mm-hmm. It's my favorite design. It's also one of my favorite shinies too. Just a bright pink.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, that's pretty good.
didn't you do a Heracross run, Phil?
No.
Oh.
I just constantly never find them.
And then you named it after John Cena.
That one that took me 2 days to find, yes, I named it John Cena because I never saw it.
It also has fantastic abilities.
Well...
Moxie, Guts.
Yeah, when we get there, they are...
When we get to that, yeah.
And then when it Mega Evolves, it gets a pretty good ability, too, in Skill Link.
Mm-hmm.
So...
That's my number 1.
Yeah, mine aren't in order. So...
Neither are mine.
So they just... In the order that they came to me is the order that I have them in. So...
Yep.
Number 2 for me, not... God damn it. The second one on my list is Scizor. Number 1, I love Scyther. And then they went and made it evolve, and it turned red, and I went, oh. And it's a Steel type. Fun fact, Steel is my favorite type.
So it's mine too.
Numerically proven, my favorite type. And Scizor is just so fucking cool. It's so sleek, and it becomes... It is borderline trash in Gen 2, and in Gen 3 it's still pretty bad, but once we hit Gen 4 it's so good. It's so good. Bullet Punch, man. Technician Bullet Punch is just good shit. But yeah, no, Red, Steel, Bug. Anyone who for whatever reason actually watches any of this when I post on my Twitter, I have a weird affinity for bugs. They're not my absolute favorite type, but there's something about, bugs are always the underdogs in Pokemon. So
I am the person that thinks like Heracross, because I also do like bug type. It's one of my, probably not top, maybe top 5, but I think Steelix and Pokemon like Heracross were introduced in the wrong generation, because bug type was still abysmal in Gen 2.
Wait, why is that? Why is Steelix in the wrong generation?
I meant to say Scizor.
Okay.
I was very confused.
We were like, yes, the hidden power bug on your Steelix. We will get to hidden power when we start talking about the gen proper. But yeah, all right. So that's what I got to say about Scizor, though. Metal Claw, yay!
Okay.
Terrible move.
So my next one is Totodile.
Aces.
Mostly because that was I want to say it was the first one I picked when the first time I played, and it was really hard, to pick between Totodile and Feraligatr, but I eventually came to the conclusion that I did a solo Totodile run. I never did a solo Feraligatr run, so...
I mean, if you're speedrunning, you do a solo Feraligatr run.
Well, I wasn't speedrunning. I was taking my time.
Well, until they manipulated Raikou, but regardless, Raikou, sorry.
But I just really like Totodile because, he's adorable.
Oh, Totodile's great. You had something?
Oh no, it's I thought I heard you say Totodile and Feraligatr, and I was like, are you trying to say Totodile and Cyndaquil? But I was like, no. Then I heard what you were trying to say.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I was expecting him to choose another starter. I'm like, it can't be Chikorita, even though I think Jake and I both love Bayleaf.
I like it, but Chikorita is just not the good. It's not a good type for that game. I mean, just for what you face.
We're not here to talk about Chikorita though, unless you put it on your list.
We can.
Not yet. We can't.
Yeah, you're right.
And you never know.
But,
did you put it on your list? Chikorita the next one up?
I don't know, man.
I almost considered it, but I don't like to flood my list with starters.
I don't either.
But the Gen 2 starters are fantastic.
They're all good.
I love them all. I've used every single one, or I've used all three, and it's... Although I usually use Cyndaquil. If I don't use Cyndaquil, I use Chikorita. I don't like Feraligatr.
Get out.
We're going to have words.
We're going to have a boxing match.
Yeah, well... My Typhlosion will lose, so it's fine. Alright, so...
Oh, yeah, I'm up.
Yeah.
I forgot I'm part of this today.
Yeah.
Okay, so my next one is Politoed.
Ooh. I like that.
It's because I think it's 100 times better than Poliwrath.
Yes.
Well... Okay.
Not until it gets Drizzle.
Well, yes, but, I mean, in design, like...
I like its design a lot more, okay? Because Drizzle is a fantastic ability.
It is. Holy shit.
I think Poliwrath gets damp.
I mean, I got a soft spot for Poliwhirl or Politoed myself, so...
Hang on, I'm gonna look up Poliwrath, because I need to see this garbage.
But it does get a really good new... Poliwrath can learn a really good new move in Gen 8. I know that's really far away, but it's called Coaching.
Ew.
Which can raise your attack and defense of an ally.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to buff an ally, that's okay.
I mean, it's still not better than Drizzle.
I agree, but like I'm trying to defend Poliwrath in some way.
You don't need to defend Pokemon Vegeta.
Fun fact, Poliwrath can actually benefit from Politoed's Drizzle. It gets Swift Swim as a hidden ability.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
It's kind of interesting.
Politoed, I think, was a better design. I think you had to trade to get it. Trade with King's Rock.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which I was pissed about because I preferred that design way over. And I was like, wait, Poliwhirl evolves into that? And I was just like, oh.
It finally turned into a frog. That's the real miracle of it all.
It's like it turns green. We're not staying blue. And yeah, competitively, it just turns into a great Pokemon. I know we're not talking about that, but...
We can. It's an aspect of the game.
I'm not trying to make this a competitive team.
Fair enough.
Which you will see that about my next Pokemon.
Your competitive team of Politoed, and I've already forgotten the other one.
Mine is sadly looking a bit competitive, which is going to be...
Actually.
Mine is not.
Totodile definitely gave that away.
I don't know, man. Give it an Eviolite.
My next three are definitely not competitive.
Give it a level 100 Eviolite. I don't know, man.
Level 100 Eviolite.
Level 100 Eviolite, yes. The best Eviolite ever.
It's like putting 100 Eviolites on it.
That would be one hell of a wall. But
yep, that's my number 2.
All right. Well, we move on to my number 3, where we start to repeat ourselves. My third one in my list, not my number 3, is Heracross.
Ooh,
so
good choice. I've heard of that one.
Yeah, no, it's great. I have a sordid history with Heracross. Every single time I have wanted to use Heracross, it has been a bitch to find. To the point where one time I went wiki diving into the programming of where the fuck Heracross is.
Oh yeah, you gotta
Gen
headbutt
2.
a tree.
Oh no, not just any tree.
It isn't a certain tree?
It's a certain tree determined by your trainer ID.
Oh.
And its hex coordinate on the grid. Holy fuck. I was so fucking mad. And it took me so fucking long.
I thought it was just like a 1% tree encounter.
1% tree encounter on a specific tree.
No, that sounds legit.
Oh my fucking god. It one time legit took me, I think, 3 days of playing like 4 hours a day to find a Heracross. And when I found that motherfucker, I named him John Cena because I was like, God damn it!
Because you can't see him.
Couldn't see him. I was so fucking mad. Or I named him Unseenable. I think that's what I went with.
Unseenable?
Yeah.
Unseenable. Yep.
Yeah.
And that Heracross was a fantastic addition to my team. I was very happy with it. But yeah, no, I fucking... Heracross is just like... It's it fixed everything I didn't like about Pinsir, because they're actually supposed to be counterparts to each other. Mm-hmm. It's just a wonderful beetle. It's a beautiful shade of blue, and it just being fighting type is just really cool to me. And yeah, I love the design of Heracross, and I love that it's relatively good. In fact, when I delved into competitive Gen 3, the first team I made was centered... It wasn't centered around... It was actually centered around one of my Gen 3 picks, but as far as a cleaner goes, but I used a Choice Band Heracross. Mm-hmm. It was so good. It's so good. I love it. So yeah, Heracross is up there, probably in the top 5 of my all-time favorite Pokemon.
It's great.
It's so good. I love it. I love Heracross. I should get a plushie of Heracross.
Yeah.
If I can... Oh, wait. I think I looked that up and they were all sold out. Anyway.
All right. So
move on.
My next highly competitive Pokemon is Meryl. I mean, how can you look at Meryl and be like, that's not adorable?
Oh, dude.
I mean, I've done it several times.
Although it didn't really hit me until about Gen 6 when I did a Nuzlocke, and I caught an Azurill really early on. I named it Blue Balls.
Nice.
And it made it all the way to Elite Four, and then just died.
That sucks. Did it have huge power?
I don't think so. But it made it to the Elite Four, so I mean, it had that going for it.
That is pretty impressive if it didn't have huge power, because Jesus Christ, that...
I might still have it on the team. I might not have released it since, I stopped after the Elite Four. I didn't, care about the Nuzlocke anymore.
It's great. Pika Blue. Everyone respects Pika Blue.
Remember when I found out like a few months ago that Azumarill is Gen 2?
You mean when you learned that it wasn't?
What?
No, I in the chat I was just like, Azumarill is Gen 2, and it was like shocking to me. Because I always thought I always thought it was Gen 3.
Well, because it's so fucking rare in Gen 2.
Yeah, because like how often do you use a Meryl on your team?
See, I thought you were talking about Azurill being Gen 3.
No, I know Azurill is Gen 3. But Meryl I knew was Gen 2, but I thought Azurill and Azumarill were Gen 3. Because Azumarill is really common in Gen 3. You see it all the time. It's a lot of trainers' Pokemon. But yeah.
I haven't played
maybe
Gen
an
3
Emerald.
in years.
It could be an Emerald, but you never see it ever.
Oh, yeah.
In Gold, Silver, and Crystal.
Yeah.
I don't think any trainer has it.
Dude, I've seen it Sprite because I've done randomizers of Gen 2. It's horrifying. It is way too big.
Yeah.
It is the happiest, like, crazed water rabbit you have ever seen. It's terrifying. Its sprite is way too big. It's just one of those that I forget about. And because I was like, we're not going to do the sprites in Gen 2 because why?
But you should see Groudon in Sword and Shield. It's barely taller than the trainer.
Oh, yeah, when it's supposed to be like 20 feet tall.
Yes.
Fucking great. Well, they can't really do that kind of thing justice, unfortunately.
Okay, I'm going to move on to my number 3.
Cool.
My number 3 is Wobbuffet.
Ooh. All right.
And again, it's mostly because I think it was Team Rocket's best Pokemon. Kind of the most annoying because it would just pop up at random.
Wobbuffet.
And because I'm pretty sure it's banned from competitive Pokemon.
It's banned to Ubers, yeah. But not in Gen 2. It's when it got Shadow Tag. Man, that's broken.
It's horrible. I'm pretty sure its best stat is HP.
Yep, because it's meant to counter and mirror coat.
It's Safeguard, Destiny Bond. I think now it can learn more moves.
There's a few more. There's like Tickle and stuff in there.
I think it can learn Mist.
That
Does
I
it
don't
get
know.
Zen Headbutt?
I don't think so.
Because I know in my Nuzlocke, a Wobbuffet killed my Venusaur, and I was very upset because Dr. Bub's PhD just evolved into Venusaur.
Hang on. Let's
We gotta look this up because I know it can learn more than 4 moves now.
No, I'm not seeing Zen Headbutt. Why not? What can you? No.
Oh, well, maybe it just hit me with Mirror Coat or something.
Probably.
That's psychic, right?
Yes, it is like.
Okay, that's what killed my. That's what killed Dr. Bub's PhD.
That sucks.
I was very upset. He had just evolved.
It's very sad.
And also, what is Wobbuffet supposed to be?
It's a punching bag.
It's also based off a Japanese comedian.
That too.
And his whole thing was he'd stick his hand up to his head and be like, "That's how it is, ma'am."
Because that's what its name is in Japanese. It's literally
Swampert.
No, it's named
not.
after the guy.
Oh,
It's not named after the guy. It's named after the saying.
Oh, that's close enough.
So.
Basically,
and then
guy.
what is its tail?
I don't fucking know.
It has like a face on its tail.
Well, you know,
Mm,
it's the Shadow Tag.
I
It
guess.
could be the Shadow Tag. I don't know, but it was in Gen 2. And that's a.
Look, all the voices for Captain Falcon were recorded back on the N64. Everything was recorded then. They knew.
Wobbuffet confirmed for Smash.
No.
Well, I mean, it is in there.
Well, is he still in there? I don't know.
Oh, I don't know if he still is, but I know he
I think
was.
he was in.
He's been in all of them. It's really annoying.
Well,
Anyway.
Yep, that's my number 3.
All right. We're edging into we're going to be going through my top 3 favorite Pokemon of all time because they're all from Gen 2. So at number 2 in my absolute top list is Tyranitar.
I'd agree.
Oh, Tyranitar is so fucking cool. It's just this awesome rock dinosaur. It's basically Godzilla. It's a rock type that doesn't suck ass. Like, think about that. It's a rock type that's actually good. It's also dark type, which I love the dark type. I love a lot of the dark types, like the early dark types.
Are you trying to say it's a rock type that's finally good? Because there are other good rock types in later gens.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
Tyranitar is like the first good rock type.
Yeah, I know, that's what I was trying to say.
It's the only pseudo-legendary rock type.
Yeah.
It uses that type to its advantage, which is insane to me. And I'm not saying that stuff like Rhydon, obviously Rhydon and Golem were OU.
Rhydon was amazing in Gen 1.
Yeah, no. And I'm not saying they're not good, it's just there's nothing quite like smacking it with a water or grass move and just watching the HP bar disappear. So yeah, no, there's just something about Tyranitar that's just like, yeah, I'm rock type, fuck you. And then later it's like, I make sandstorms, fuck you. And and then even later, my sandstorm gives me a special defense buff, fuck you.
You know what they say about Tyranitar is I also taught mine Surf.
Yep, that's pretty fucking fantastic. It can learn all sorts of elemental moves. It's a wonderful dinosaur.
I forgot to unlearn to delete Surf because I know there are Pokemon that can learn it, and the Tyranitar is just sitting in my party. I'm like, oh, a Tyranitar can learn Surf. Let's get across this body of water. And then I fight Jake, and he's like, why does that thing know Surf?
I mean,
Am I wrong?
No, you're
Why
not.
would you teach your Tyranitar Surf?
This was in Gen 6, and I was like, oh, yeah.
it doesn't.
I forgot to delete it.
It doesn't have bad special attack. Surprisingly, it makes it.
I think it did decent damage now that I remember. Maybe like half.
I don't remember what you hit it against.
I think it was your poison team.
Bro, I don't remember.
No, because I earthquaked your poison team into oblivion.
Yeah, you and your stupid Charizard.
Well,
Couldn't kill my Muck underground though.
that is fucking amazing. But yeah, no, Tyranitar, top tier. Love it. Almost bought a plush of it, but the plush looked kind of lame, so I decided against it. Because it's sitting down. I'm like, Tyranitar doesn't sit.
Why would it be sitting
It
down?
stands and looks menacing. But anyway, yep. That's my rant about Tyranitar.
Your Tyrant guitar.
Yeah.
Or my Tyrantrum, but that's not on this list, or any list of mine.
Stay tuned.
Alright, so my next highly competitive Pokemon, Whooper.
Whooper, yeah.
Because again, you can't just not look at it and be like, that's adorable.
Okay, that one I agree. Meryl, not really, but Whooper.
I'll come over there.
Do
You
what?
insulting my blue balls?
Dude, my fucking
Whooper
profile...
deserves it, though.
You know
and Quagsire.
Quagsire has been my profile picture for a while, because I love Quagsire.
I don't know. I just like Whooper's really dumb grin.
Oh, it's so great. It's a happy Pokemon no matter what. In fact, in the anime, there was a bunch of Pokemon drowning, and the only one smiling is Whooper, just like...
Yeah,
I don't think it's happier than Hoppip.
I can make a Hoppip sad. Hit it with an ice move.
All it does is hop.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my spiel on Whooper. I just like his stupid face.
It's also the first water ground type.
What is my... Oh, yeah, that is my number 4. All right, my kinda competitive Pokemon, Crobat. It's my number 4.
You, but okay.
I mean, I used
Not to be a shit.
I used a Crobat once. I think it was on my poison team. It was pretty decent.
I used a Crobat in Gen 4 for the first time and realized it's actually good.
It gets Heat Wave.
Because I hated the Zubat line until Crobat happened.
I love Zubat. And Golbat.
I don't really like Golbat.
I don't.
I like Golbat. I just don't like Gen 1 Sprite Golbat.
Then you realize Zubat and Golbat shinies are terrible, but then you get
Whoa!
Wait.
Whoa!
They are.
No, they're not.
No,
Zubat and Golbat's shinies are terrible.
no.
They are
Zubat has a great shine.
Hang
Until
on.
you get to Crobat,
Hang
and
on.
it's pink and has gold wings.
Hang on. I'm
No,
going to
shiny
look this up.
Crobat is bad.
Oh, get out! I'll come over there.
No, that's a decent green. I like that green. Now, granted, there are a lot of green shinies, but that's a
It's
good
not
green.
like Hitmonlee or Machamp. It's like puke green.
Oh, dude. The fucking...
They're both. It's like literally the same. Actually, no, that's
No,
like the
the-
same as Machamp.
Oh, no.
It's a
no.
little darker.
That's a decent green. That is a green that I appreciate. Also, yeah, no, that's a nice green.
I just like how Golbat loses its legs for more wings when it becomes Crobat.
It's got feet.
It does have feet.
Does it have feet?
It
Yeah.
does have
Look at
feet.
that. How can you say that's gross?
It is gross.
It's,
No, it isn't.
It's like the color of like I don't even fucking know. That's not even gums. That's an actual bubble gum. That's the bubblegum bat
I just think it's kind of gross. Like,
with lime flavor.
like the
That's
They
a
look
lime
okay.
green.
They look lime there, but now it's shiny. It's shiny now. It looks gold.
Okay.
I mean, if you say
You
so.
keep telling yourself that. I still like classic Crobat. 'Cause I
Yeah,
love
no,
that
it's.
blue.
I think classic Crobat's way better.
I just wish its teeth weren't so horrifying and
Yeah,
stupid.
its teeth are kind of weird. I'll admit that.
They're not bad.
And what is its really good ability? It has Infiltrator.
Infiltrator's very
Yeah, that's also why I like it.
I was gonna do
And it's really fast.
Oh god, yeah. I was gonna use Golbat to go through Fire Red just to make me hate myself.
I think it's one of the fastest Gen 2 Pokemon.
Yeah, probably. I'd have to actually look at the list, but regardless,
I mean, it's up there.
very much so.
Also, Brock has one.
He has a Crobat?
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
well, I don't know. He caught it. I mean, I remember catching the Zubat. I don't remember it.
He has a Zubat all throughout the Kanto region, and then it evolves in the Johto region, and then like two episodes later, then he gets a Crobat.
Yep. People don't like Golbat.
Because you know Brock's a good person, except
He's a breeder.
he's a major simp.
That man is too horny. It's kind of ridiculous. All right. Now we're going to hit my number one all-time favorite Pokemon ever. If you've listened to the current cast, you probably already know, it's Skarmory. It's a steel bird. The fuck do you expect from me? I like birds. I like metal. I mean, the music's pretty good. But like, I mean, like the actual material metals. I like metals. And Skarmory is just it looks so good. That being said, its shiny is terrible. It is that disgusting green that makes me want to die. But
at least it's only under its wings.
Do you want to look at the main body of Skarmory shiny?
It's like, okay, the main body is like brownish, and then once you look
It's
at
a
it,
brownish green.
Are you gonna get proved wrong again?
I'm pretty sure under its wings it's only green, but then once you look at its main body's like
It's
brown.
green as shit. That green, the green of
That's
its
the
wings
green
is
I'm
fine.
talking about.
That green is fine. But this green is actual shit.
Is that green? That looks like brown to me.
That is green into brown. That is why I said it is actual green shit. It is terrible. It is rusting, and
I'm not trying to
it.
say it's a good shiny. You're just proving me wrong about the green.
It's green. It's green all over, and I don't like it.
Because I also think it's a terrible shiny.
Yeah, no, it is bad. But the thing is, it's like, I like the green of the wings. That is a good green.
I know, but they fucked up the main part of the bird, which is everything you see.
So bad. Anyway, but yeah, no, red fucking feathers on Skarmory, it also helps, but it's so good, and it's a wall, and I love it to death, and I would own a Skarmory in real life. I don't know how that would work. I'd probably ride it to work or something, but it's great, and I love it. I love everything about it. And I never found one in Gen 2 for the life of me because I suck.
Until people try to come up and pet it and it cuts off their hand because
You don't pet the wings. You pet the head into the body, and you go the right way so that you don't scratch yourself. But yes,
I feel like a lot of bad accidents would happen with Skarmory.
Oh yeah, I mean its feathers are used as swords in ancient times.
And then there's also Pokemon that exist that can literally breathe fire. So.
I mean, we don't talk about that, especially around Skarmory. We don't talk about that. It's one of its only weaknesses, that and electricity. So
you say you've never found one in Gen 2. I found one in Gen 2 back when I was a kid. I threw a Master Ball at it.
Because you thought it was legendary.
I looked at them like, that thing is incredibly rare. It's gotta be a legendary. It's mine.
It is rare, and surprisingly, it is really, really good.
And then I think I found a second one later. I'm like, oh.
I think it's a 1% in that route.
It's insanely hard to find.
But yeah, I found one. I'm just like, no, it's not legendary at all. I feel hoisted.
But it's so good. It's a great wall. I love it.
I don't know. I managed to beat it.
You want to go in Gen 3 competitive? I'll do it. I use a Skarmory. I have a Toxic Sandstorm Spikes team because I'm an asshole. I will stall you the fuck out.
I love Skarmory. I'm not shitting on it.
I know.
It's probably in my top 10 Johto Pokemon. It's not in the top 5.
Top 6.
It is my number 1.
Top 7.
I have a plushie of it on the way. I can't believe they even made one, so I am super excited.
I hope it's like really hard.
I hope so too.
Like, I hope it's not plush at all.
I mean, it's a sitting one, so it's got a heavy butt. So, which to be fair, I think Skarmory would have a heavy butt along with the rest of its body. But regardless, let's move on.
All right, so my next super competitive Pokemon
Hooray.
is the drill that will pierce the heavens, Dunsparce.
You know he's just joking.
I'm not joking.
He's not joking.
He's joking around with his lists.
No, he's not.
No, these are my legitimate favorites.
Dunsparce is terrible.
Because he looks so cute. He's also like 6 feet long.
Dude, that Dunsparce is a fucking...
He's like a just gross ass slug.
He's not a slug though. He's a land snake.
He's a flying snake.
He's based off of some sort of cryptid in Japan.
It's the Tatsu.
I didn't know that was gonna be on your list.
Because I love
Because he
Dunsparce.
doesn't fucking stop talking about it. It's so... I almost did my Gen 2 challenge run with it until I realized it was too good.
I was gonna say that there are actually speed runs with Dunsparce.
There's speedruns with anything.
But yeah, Dunsparce is common though.
Well, because everyone thinks it's trash.
It is.
But it's adorable trash.
I mean, it's It's not a bad design. I mean, I've turned around on it for whatever reason. I don't have the hate for Dunsparce in my heart anymore.
Good.
I don't know why.
Because he can learn Rock Smash.
He has fucking Serene Grace, and he can learn Thunder Wave along with, like, God knows how many flinching moves.
Well, yeah. Because he's the best.
But he's slow as shit, so it's kind of pointless.
Which is weird considering he's based off a cryptid that's really fast.
Yeah, I don't fucking know.
But anyway, I like him.
It needed an evolution.
God, yes. It's.
I mean, there was
Probably not a dragon type.
There was a fan game that did give him an evolution. Ooh boy, it is awful. Aaron, would you like to see?
Sure.
It's what I sent you.
Just because I hate it so much.
I don't. Well, I might.
I sent this to you. Because this is from.
Like that would actually be cool.
This is from
that is
Uranium.
just that is just bad.
I might have sent you a. No, I sent you the fucking.
Are there worse Pokemon? Maybe a couple.
Then Dunsparce? There's a whole lot worse.
Maybe
you
a
kidding?
couple. Maybe a couple.
Ladian? Do I have to talk about Ladian? How I had to use a level 94 Ladian and win by luck? Because Snorlax is
I
a
still
wall?
can't believe you beat Red with a Ladian.
Dude, I can't either. But it is a crowning achievement of mine that I managed to record, and I'm very happy.
I don't know how you beat Charizard. Does Ladian?
Oh, Charizard was a joke.
Well,
I hit it with Thunder Punch,
oh yeah, I forgot.
and it died. Well, it took 2 Thunder Punches, but the thing is, Ladian has really good special defense, so Flamethrower was like, it was fine. So, no, it was Snorlax. I knew it was going to be Snorlax. Snorlax was a fucking pain in the ass. All right.
Okay, my next Pokemon, which I think is tied. It's almost tied for the best and second, and almost second. Okay, tied, and could be considered the best evolution, but I'm gonna give it to the second best evolution, Umbreon.
Yep.
I love Umbreon to death, and I always use it whenever I'm playing Gen 2.
I don't always use it, but I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
It's a great wall. Fantastic wall, actually. But man, okay, I do love its design, but man, does Jolteon just outbeat it for me?
All right.
Also, I know I keep saying this a lot, but I just love how like the rings on it glow too.
It's my favorite part.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's
And when it's shiny, they're blue.
Yep. I wonder if its eyes change.
I don't think they do. They might. Because I have one in Sword and I just don't use it though.
They do. They change to yellow. But, yeah. Its eye color will come into play when... spoilers. But, anything else?
Nope.
Because guess what? My number 3 Pokemon of all time is on this list, and it's fucking Umbreon.
Oh my god! Why do we have similar tastes?
I don't know. But yes, Umbreon, holy shit. I always wanted one, and I was always grumpy when I first played Gen 2, and I kept getting an Espeon. Because Umbreon something just called to me in Umbreon. It was probably the edge. I'm not an edgy person, but like I love the edge when it's tastefully done. Not Shadow the Hedgehog.
Umbreon is like the smoothest Pokemon. There's no edges to it.
You know what I'm talking about. But yeah, no, just deep black, red eyes, glowing rings. It's a Pokemon literally of the moonlight. Like it is just everything I could possibly love about an evolution, just all wrapped into one. Like I love that its dark type literally has to do with night, as opposed to being evil. Mm-hmm. So yeah, and then later as my patience manifested, which led me to stalling. It like doubled down, where Umbreon was like a wonderful wall, and it's just like, oh, you were just the perfect thing. I would own a Skarmory, I would own an Umbreon, and despite everyone telling me not to, I would own a Tyranitar. It would probably ruin my house, but I would love it all the same. Especially since it keeps causing fucking sandstorms. Seriously, it's like Tyranitar has dandruff, but since it's rock type, it's sand, and it's just like, dude, you're so gross. But yeah, no, Umbreon, I didn't even talk about Mega Tyranitar, but Mega Tyranitar is just kind of like, yeah, we get it.
It's spiky.
It's Space Godzilla. We get it. Yeah. No, Umbreon's just everything I could possibly love in a Pokemon design. Just right there. So, these three in here, they are all in very close contention, but Skarmory definitely takes the top. Yeah, Umbreon's great. Fucking fantastic. Favorite evolution. Always will be.
Except for that time I got burned by my Politoed.
I was so mad!
Wait, what happened?
I synchronized!
I hit it
Oh,
with,
no.
I hit it with Scald, because he was going to... What, were you going to poison my Politoed?
I was going to Toxic.
Yeah, and then my Politoed gets burned, and...
I couldn't Toxic it!
And I was laughing the whole time, because my Politoed was special.
God damn it. Ruined my strat. Right there.
That sucks.
Oh, it did suck. Alright.
Alright, so my last Pokemon is surprisingly not competitive at all. It's this little known Pokemon known as Tyranitar. Mainly because it looks like Godzilla.
Fair enough.
And it has sand.
So good.
It was the linchpin of my rock team.
It is...
Even though it wasn't the one that Mega evolved.
I mean, it doesn't really have to.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Okay, so I have a funny story for my last Pokemon.
Oh no.
My last Pokemon was going to be Tyranitar, but
You didn't want to be like the cool kids?
You didn't want to join the
I'm
club.
still going to be edgy for doing this. So, okay, I'm part of that group that thinks the Pokemon movies are better than the anime.
I wouldn't disagree.
And I'm also going to be the first one of us that puts a legendary on the list.
Oh. Yeah.
Because this is in my top 5 for favorite legendary Pokemon. And because this is my favorite movie. And it's a Gen 2 movie.
Oh no, it's a Lugia.
Is it Lugia?
It is not.
Thank God it's not Lugia.
I almost put Lugia on my list.
It's Entei.
Wow.
Oh.
Entei is probably, it's in my top 5. It's not my favorite legendary.
I had 4 shinies of that at one point.
4?
They're gone now.
Jesus.
Damn.
Mostly because of Spell of the Unknown. That's my favorite movie. Just
is.
Because
That movie scared the shit out of me as a kid.
It's a good movie.
it's the best. I think it's the best Pokemon movie.
It's up there.
It was the first movie I ever watched as a kid. Of Pokemon.
Yeah, you know, it was the
Mine-
third
I had
one.
the promo card and everything.
It was the third one that I watched.
Yeah, for
Well,
me
yeah.
it was the third one because I watched the first movie.
I love the promo card. It's really
Wasn't it an unknown card?
no. It was an Entei. It was a holograph. It
Okay.
was a reverse holo Entei.
Gotcha. Because I remember getting like an unknown card. I don't remember if I got it from that or not. Because it was the only card that I owned for the longest time.
Mm-hmm.
And I figured maybe it came from that, but I don't know.
It was back in the day where they would stamp the promo on the side
Oh, yeah,
of the card, so you just know, hey, this could or could not be rare someday.
yeah.
And that card got stolen. And I was upset.
Nice. Did you take it to school?
No, remember when I used to live over there and our house was getting shown?
Mm-hmm.
All my Yu-Gi-Oh cards and all my old Pokemon cards got stolen.
Oh, you
In
left
my
them on.
bed.
You left them on your bed, like, hey.
Not my bed, on my shelf.
If you buy this house, man, look at all these cards that could be yours.
Pretty much. And we tried to find the people who did it, and they lived out of state.
Ooh.
So you were like, yo, road trip. Grab the baseball bat.
My dad was like, "No, fuck your cards.
Yeah,
I'm not
well,
going after
whatever.
these cards.
Yeah, whatever.
The fuck you think this is?"
That sucks. Entei is pretty cool.
I think he's the best portrayal of like, because he's not actually real. If he's just an illusion in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
He was a father.
Spoilers.
Yes.
God, that was the weirdest movie. Just, my dad, you're now an Entei.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Anything the little girl says just happens.
Hey.
I want the world to explode.
my favorite part is, you're not old enough to battle, so let me make you like 16.
Yeah.
Okay, I have completely forgotten this movie.
watch it sometime.
Yeah,
Oh,
we do.
Don't you have the Pokemon subscription on Amazon?
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
I've got it on VHS somewhere.
Well, I think we could do better than VHS.
I mean, it's at Walmart. There's a 3-pack. You get the first 3 movies, arguably the best part of
Yeah.
the best Pokemon movies.
There's some good later ones.
No, there's not.
Yes.
Lucario and the Mystery of Mew?
No.
That one is great. What are you talking about?
No, it's not.
What I watched a bunch of more recent ones. The latest, not this 3D one, but the latest actually animated, like drawn one, wasn't bad. It wasn't great, but it was really cool how it led up to a battle with Ho-Oh. Like it actually led up to a fight with Ho-Oh, and they lose.
Well, yeah, so
It's fucking great.
I do think the first 3 are the best.
They're pretty solid. I mean, Lugia is one of my favorite Pokemon, just because of the movie 2000.
Mm-hmm.
So
I got that on VHS too.
it's fine, I would say. And it also introduced me to the idea of separating water into something that explodes, because I didn't get that as a kid.
Well, if you say so. Anyway.
All right. So
Time to have some witty banter about Gen 2.
holy shit. What to talk about Gen 2? Well, we got Darks and Steels.
Yeah.
And the day-night cycle.
And a cell phone.
All good additions that somehow all died when we hit Gen 3.
The fine edition of Youngster Joey.
I mean,
But he wasn't a meme until Gen 4.
But he did have a top-tier Rattata.
He didn't really say
Let me
that.
rematch you with my Rattata that grew up like
He
4
says his
levels.
Rattata might be in the top tier of Rattatas.
In Gen 4.
Yeah, well.
Take it from a person who's played Gen 2 a lot. He doesn't play it up like he does in Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Because holy shit, that boy just waxes poetic about his Rattata. And I almost have to like let him have it. And just be like, alright dude, you're fucking Youngster Joey. And there is a Youngster Joey in Fire Red and Leaf Green. He does not have a Rattata.
Oh, but is he the one who says, I like shorts for comfy knees?
No, he is not that youngster
That's in Gen
either.
1 as well.
Yeah, no. Well, but he was wondering if that's the youngster Joey. Because there is a youngster Joey in Gen 1 in the remix of Gen 1. Because they didn't have
I know what you're talking about.
But I remember fighting him and he had like 2 Pokemon and I was like, you heathen. Neither of them were Rattata. It's like, God, you're such a loser.
I like how he even talks about his Rattata after it's evolved into Eradicate.
Oh, it's great. He's
like he's unwilling to show you his top tier Rattata. Here's his bottom tier Eradicate.
pretty much.
You couldn't handle the top tier Rattata.
God, the best part about it's a ROM hack called Crystal Clear is that they forcibly made Youngster Joey's Rattata perfect in DVs, and when you fight him in his final form, it is a level 100 Raticate with maxed out stat EXP. It couldn't be a harder fight.
I mean, you go. Well, no, you couldn't use Fear Tactics in Gen 2.
No, because those moves didn't exist, other than Quick Attack.
Yeah.
Because Focus Edge definitely didn't exist. Yeah, no.
No, just hit it with Guillotine. Get really lucky. Soft reset every time.
Yeah, that'll go well. But yeah, we got that. We got we veer right off from fucking Dark and Steel types, 2 of my favorite types in existence. Whereas like fairies for me are kind of but we can save that for Gen 6. Yeah, Steel is incredible. Dark is really cool. It eventually becomes kind of bad. There's some bad weaknesses, but
What, Dark?
yeah. When it becomes weak to Fairy, it's like, now this type sucks. But they wanted to do double battles in Gen 2. That's why we have twins. We don't talk about that.
They didn't think it was going to be popular. Or like, they didn't think that people were going to like it.
Well, because it was originally going to be Red and Blue 2, and it was going to be the end of the series.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then they're like, wait a minute.
This
We
is
can make a
popular.
whole lot of money off this.
Yeah.
And now, for some reason, Game Freak just hates Gen 2.
Mm-hmm.
Except for very specific Pokemon. Tyranitar always makes it. Scizor always makes it, but then again, Scizor is an evolution of a Gen 1 Pokemon, so who gives a shit? All the evolutions, of course, make it.
Mm-hmm.
They remembered Houndoom in Gen 6. That was kind of cool.
They haven't remembered Houndoom in Gen 8.
Well, they remembered him in Gen 6, and that matters.
I mean, that is cool.
Granted, I think he was only picked because he was somehow an opposite to Manectric.
That's weird.
Yeah. It is weird.
I wouldn't consider Manectric, like, the light counterpart to Houndoom.
Well, apparently they did, because they're like, well, you get a Mega Evolve in X, and you get a Mega Evolve in Y, and...
Mega Manectric is stupid looking.
It is.
But yeah, day and night cycles are really cool, especially since the way it affected. Suddenly, the time of day mattered, and it felt like the game. It made the game feel more real.
Mm-hmm.
Because it actually mattered when you were looking for Pokemon. Like, do you want to find Spinarak? Do you want to find Ladybug? Well, you better wake the fuck up early to get your Ladybug and get one of the worst bugs of all time.
If you want to get Lapras, you better come to this cave at a certain time.
On a
This
certain day.
It's on a certain day, but it's all day. It's all day that day. But you better get into that cave and get yourself a nice Lapras.
You're just like, you better remember that this spot has Lapras.
And then there's like 7 people that you can meet on. You can meet one of them on every other day or whatever.
Oh yeah, and they give you cool
And they
hell
give you like
items.
a berry or something.
Hell items.
Ah.
They give you the elemental held items that only boost 10%.
But yeah, they were there. You could find them on each of their days.
Then there was the bug catching contest.
Oh, I love the bug catching contest. It's my favorite. It's my favorite. I plan and look forward to the bug catching contest every time I play Gen 2.
The reason I hated it is because I think in the originals, the number one item you got, like for getting first, was a Soothe Bell.
No.
What was it?
I thought it was like a
It was
sunstone.
a Sunstone. I made such a point of getting a Sunstone when I was originally going to run Sunflora, and then I realized I hated it.
I don't remember where you get the Soothe Bell.
I don't think it exists.
I think it does.
I don't.
In Gen 2.
Let's find out, because Lord knows I found out the lucky egg exists in Gen 2, and that blew my mind.
Oh yeah, isn't there a trade where somebody's like, "Yo, if you give me a chance, here's this random ass Aerodactyl."
Yeah!
Yeah.
Who the fuck would trade away an Aerodactyl for chance?
Yeah, no, and I was like, how the hell do you get a Chansey in this game? And then in that spot, there's a 1% chance of finding it.
So
it is not... Wait, hold on. There was... Damn it. Wrong fucking thing.
Because it was hard.
Gen 3.
Because I swear.
is Soothe Bell the one that you gotta like build essentially? Like you find like salt or something like that, and the dude's like, "Yeah, if you give me like 8 pieces of salt."
That's the Shell Bell.
Okay.
Which is a cool item from Gen 3, but we don't get to talk about it. But yeah, no, the fucking lucky egg. Which is giving me no results for some fucking reason.
That's why I remember being really tough to get Umbreon and Espeon in Gen 2 and Crobat.
What the fuck? It's not showing... I know for a fact the lucky egg exists in Gen 2. You just don't find it anywhere. Because it's only on Chanseys.
No, but it's not saying that.
Well, yeah, because it's where you find it.
Yeah.
Like, as a physical item you pick up, but it's held by Chanseys.
Just like how Mewtwo held the Berserker gene.
The
The thing you could use once.
Gives you it inflicts you with swagger. That's literally what it does.
What a power play.
Because there was supposed to be some fucking storyline with like multiple Mewtwo's, and it's like, why would you go there?
Because it was genetics.
But I mean, when you're going to have Team Rocket be a thing, but the problem is that they didn't explore Team Rocket being involved with Mewtwo in the original Red and Blue. They didn't, like, there's almost no story in Red and Blue. We didn't even talk about that, mainly because there is basically no story in Red
there's a
and Blue.
book that says, "Ah, man, we found Mew. Oh, man, Mew gave birth. Okay, we're done."
That's why they made Pokemon Origins.
It's pretty solid. It still doesn't definitively answer that question of whether Team Rocket was actually involved with Mewtwo.
Well,
It doesn't.
Doesn't really
Yeah,
matter
you're right,
in
it
Gen
doesn't.
2 now, does it?
Because, like, yeah.
All they do in Gen 2 is they're like, hey, we're gonna hack this radio station. Boss, please come back. We're not awful.
Oh, yeah. A bunch of fucking losers go and be like, hey, Giovanni, we're back. We're back. And then it stops because Gold just fucking whoops their asses. Gold or Crystal.
And then there's a guy who gets hyper beamed and he somehow lives.
That is not Hyper Beam. He gets
was
fucking tackled.
That was hyper beam. He shouted hyper
Even
beam.
in the remake,
I remember
Dragonite
that.
tackles the dude. It's so fucking weird.
I just remember the dude getting like, I just remember the sprite of Dragonite just hitting the dude and he goes flying into the wall.
Yeah, and he's like, I'm still alive somehow. It's like, you should have a hole in you, you jackass.
There should be a hole in this building.
Yeah. Fucking Dragonite's Hyper Beam? Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Oh yeah, because fucking Lance. Lance is a cheater.
Yeah.
Can we like...
I don't know why they gave him 3 Dragonites.
Because there was only
Because
4
fuck
dragon
you.
type Pokemon.
He didn't have a Kingdra.
Yeah, because Claire had a Kingdra.
Yeah.
They knew that
They still could have gave him one.
They're like, players don't want to fight another Kingdra. They already just fought one.
Yeah, it was awful.
Okay, what the 8th type gym should have been was a dark type gym.
No, because we wouldn't get
No,
that
because,
for 20 years.
because that's in the Elite Four.
Yeah, but
We wouldn't get a dark type gym for 20 years.
it was still a new type at the time.
So
I think we still could have had that over Dragon.
No,
Considering Dragon type still kind of sucked in Gen 2.
but there wasn't a dragon gym in Gen 1.
Well, because here's the thing. The
'Cause there was 3
champion...
Dragon type Pokemon.
The champion doesn't always have, like, a set type. So that's where that kind of gets to be loose.
I mean, it was really up until like Gen 3 that the champion had a set type. Well, it was just Gen
Steven
2
was
with...
Steel.
It was just Gen
But
2
it wasn't
and
all
3.
steel types.
It was just Gen 2 and 3 that had, like, set types.
I can tell you for a fact, because I've had to fight Steven way too many times with Shedinja, it's not all steel types.
Sorry.
He at least had an Aggron and a Metagross, and that's all I remember.
And a Skarmory, that motherfucker
Aerial
uses
Ace.
Skarmory against me.
Aerial
Wait,
Ace.
yeah, but you didn't fight him when he was a champion, though.
No, I fought him when he was even worse.
'Cause you put-
Yeah,
you
but
did
like
Emerald.
his champion team might have been all steel.
It's a good
It's
thing
not.
you did Emerald.
Because I beat the remix with Pelipper.
Well,
He still had the Cradle, he still had the Armaldo.
okay, well he had ancient Pokemon too.
Yeah, 'cause
Rocks
he's a-
are basically steel types.
Because he loves rocks. That's his thing. He loves rocks. But
Oh, man.
we're talking about Gen 3 and we need to stop. Yeah, so Lance is a character finally instead of just being an asshole in Gen 1. And he apparently has no thought for human life.
Well, yeah.
What?
He hyper beamed a man.
Oh yeah, I was sorry. I
We just talked about
they're
that.
Team Rocket. They're bad people.
But no.
This guy might have just been guarding the door. He might have just been a regular employee,
Yeah,
like yo, don't go in the storeroom, please. My
Look,
bo-
I just work here.
my
Like,
boss wouldn't like that.
oh my god.
I was gonna make a really bad joke there, but I'm gonna skip it.
But yeah, no,
You
like
can make it off cam.
no, but like think about it. He hyper
good.
beams. He hyper beams a human being, and he's like, "We have to make the Electrode faint." I feel bad. It's like I faint Pokemon all the time, and I feel nothing. They faint.
I tried to catch the Electro, but they always exploded on me.
Oh, they didn't explode on me very often. I had a lot of fun with the randomizer though, because one of them was a Blastoise.
Ah, yes, Blastoise, the electric Pokemon.
Indeed.
That can charge a generator.
Yeah, I know. It was fucking great. But maybe it was a hydro generator. Yeah, no. Lance is a jackass.
It's got a cool cape.
Yeah, but to be perfectly honest, any human being in real life wearing a cape is a loser. Let's not pretend.
Did you see the way he spiked his hair?
Yes, loser. That man is an adult living a teenage fantasy.
I can't believe he gets Red's theme. That's stupid.
It's not Red's theme, it's the champion theme.
Yeah, but Red's cooler.
Yes, he is, but it's the champion theme, so Red doesn't actually have a theme.
Yeah, but he gets the champion's theme because he's a champion.
He's a
Former
champion.
He's the former champion.
He's the champion that didn't give a shit.
He's the champion that stepped down.
Aren't they all champions?
Because
that don't
nobody
give a
could beat
shit?
him until gold.
Like nobody stays champion except for in Sun and Moon. But even that's kind of
Because you're the first champion in Sun and Moon.
yeah. Even though you still have to fight your way back to the champion.
And in Sun and Moon, fun fact, that's your theme.
Anyway, going back to Gold and Silver. Can we
No,
talk
Gen
about
2, Gen 2 and not Gen 7.
Can we talk about how the wires on the floor in certain rooms look like bacon?
Do they?
Yes.
Oh,
You know the graphic for like wires on the floor. It was bacon.
I guess.
Can we talk about how there's Pokemon traps in there too? Stepping on a tile like just spawns a coughing.
I mean, yeah.
They're all things that explode. It makes perfect sense. They're literally landmines, but they're Pokemon.
I think there's also a Geodude and a Voltorb.
Indoor landmines. Let that sink in for a moment. Indoor landmines.
Look, Lance hyper beamed a man.
Look, he tried to tell you not to go down there.
Yeah.
He warned you.
And I never go down there anymore. It's never worth it. Because I think you can't run. You have to fight the Pokemon. It's very dumb.
You either have to fight the Pokemon or fight the trainers. Or the Team Rocket.
Are we still talking about the Rocket hideout in Mahogany Town?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because I remember there's the Persian statues, and I would always just walk in front of them because I'm like, free XP!
Yeah, that's what I always do. I'm like,
oh, man,
shut these down? Are you kidding?
Here comes a man with a Zubat and something else.
It's a Zubat and,
It's always a Zubat or a Rattata.
hang on. I know these because I fought them so many fucking times.
Well,
there's a Zubat and a Drowsy, and there's a Rattata. It might be another Zubat and something else. A Grimer.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's the same fucking teams.
It's just 5 Pokemon in a row that you've already fought.
Yeah.
And then one of the executives is just 6 coughing.
I think it was 5 coughings and a wheezing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. That was the remakes. I know for a fact that's the remakes.
The original, it's...
No,
it's not.
Pretty sure it's in there.
There is a wheezing in there, but it is 5 coughing.
Oh, we're talking about... We're not in Mahogany anymore. We're talking about the
We're at the
Radio Tower.
Goldenrod Radio Tower.
Yeah. I love the Rocket theme.
And then you
in
fight a
Gen
Houndoom.
2. Yeah, you fight a Houndoom
Who's
for
in
the
my
first
top
time.
10?
And you're like, where do I get this? Oh.
You don't!
Yeah, you don't get it until after you beat the Elite Four, because fuck you.
So many good Pokemon aren't until after the 84. That's one of my biggest complaints about Gen 2.
Oh my god, yeah. Like
Slugma.
I was about to say Slugma. God damn it.
Slugma, Houndour.
Murkrow.
I don't think you can get a Phanpy in Gold and Silver. I think that's something Crystal.
What? Yeah, no, they're in there.
Donphan's pretty good.
Donphan is in Silver, and Ursaring is in Gold. And they can be found in the route where you find Skarmory.
Oh, I thought they were just like Mount Silvers.
They also are
Yeah,
Mount
but like
Silver.
a Phanpy. I'm pretty sure a Phanpy you can find in Crystal.
Yeah, because you
early.
can find it in Dark Cave.
A Phanpy you can find where you find like the Geodude.
Dark Cave.
And
It's not a cave.
It's in Dark Cave.
Are you thinking? You're probably thinking of Teddy Ursa.
You know what?
Phanpy is not in a cave.
Hang on.
90% sure.
Hang on. I can.
Oh no.
I can.
Do I have to get proved wrong for the 3rd time today?
Hang on. I'm probably wrong because I probably mixed them up.
Because I'm pretty sure it's where Geodude is. It's where the Phanpy is.
Route 45.
46. Yeah, no. Phanpy is found where you first find Geodudes.
I was right.
You are right. That's why I was like,
Yeah, because I used Donphan a lot in Crystal.
I did not. Because I didn't know you could find Phanpys there.
I think they're rare. They're probably like 5%.
They're super rare.
Speaking of Donphan, wasn't he in the first movie?
Yes!
Okay.
He was in Pokemon the first movie, and we're all like, what the fuck is that?
Just like Togepi.
Yeah, but like Togepi at least was set up a little bit.
Togepi was in the anime. That's a little different. And also,
I didn't know
Ho-Oh...
Donphan was in the first movie.
Just-
Oh yeah, when Ash fights the trainer.
Yeah,
the dude
it's
who's
the
got
opening.
the dude who makes the camera makes it look like he's got 2 Machamps, and I hate it. Because they do the fucking the second take of Machamp coming out. I'm just like, why has he got 2 Machamps now?
Oh, fuck.
Where'd the
have 8
second
arms.
Machamp go?
Why would you have 2 Machamps? They're already awful.
8 arms.
Yeah.
They're already... One's already fucking awful.
You can throw 8 mountains at once.
I still think the champ should turn into like a spider if it Mega Evolved.
Ew.
With 8 arms. Become a bug.
And it's shiny. It's green.
Become a bug type.
Yeah, no.
Become a bug fighting type.
Totally. Let's just add to that.
I don't know.
I think it would look amazing.
I think it should become like psychic type, psychic fighting, and just be called Vishnu. Gross.
No.
Gross.
All right,
2
yeah.
extra
All right, I can get behind that. That's pretty good.
Becomes like a dark blue.
Dark blue. I mean, it'd be better than its fucking
It'd be a better Med
puke
Champ.
green.
But yeah, that should be its Mega Evolve or its whatever.
Yeah.
Mega Evolve needs, or it's not gone, but Mega Evolution should make like a solid return.
It probably won't.
Okay, so before we get too distracted, we're already an hour 15 in.
Yeah.
Are we missing any key elements of Gen 2?
Well, aside from shiny Pokemon, but you've already talked your ass about shiny Pokemon.
Well,
Yeah.
you invited me on this podcast. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, I know.
Shiny-
That's why we don't need to talk about shinies anymore.
Shinies were cool. And shinies were hilarious because you could play Gold and Silver on your Game Boy. So the only way to know there was a shiny was how obnoxious the fucking shiny effect was, and you were like, well, "What?"
Did you guys ever randomly encounter one besides the red Gyarados?
Nope.
Yes.
Not until Gen 4.
I ran into a shiny Tentacruel on the way to what's that? Where's Chuck's gym? What's that place called?
Cianwood.
Cianwood. Yeah, I ran into a shiny Tentacruel and I was like, that looks important. I'm gonna catch it.
Yeah, I ran into a shiny Kakuna before I had any Pokeballs.
That sucks.
I was so fucking mad, and you can't run from shinies.
That's not the tutorial Pokemon, is it?
No. It was on the route heading up to Mr. Pokemon to get the mystery egg. And it came in, it did this shiny thing, and I couldn't run away from it. I had to kill it.
That sucks.
I was mad. But yeah, other than that, I don't think I've ever found a shiny Pokemon in Gen 2. So, that's impressive. But yeah, Gen 2, really good. It's got my top 3 favorite Pokemon of all time, so pretty sure that says a lot. But yeah, I think we can cut this off here because God forbid we decide to go on a Sprite adventure again.
No, we're not doing that again.
No, we're not. Thanks for joining us. Join us for Gen 3 where things are going to get... It's only going to get more fun as we keep going.
Is it?
Well, until
I
we
don't
hit
know.
Gen 6.
We're in the best generations right now.
I have a lot of good things to say about every gen until Gen 6.
Well, if you say so.
That's me.
But save,
Yeah.
The
I'm gonna
host.
say.
But save it till then.
I will. Thank you and
See you guys.
have fun. I guess.
Bye.